Kelas hari ini cikgu akan sambung bab 4 nisbah kadar-kadaran contoh 9. Okey, lihat soalan contoh 9. Jika PQ sama dengan 73, QR sama dengan 35, cari nilai PQR. They ask you to find the value for PQR. If you see here clearly class, this one is a PQ ratio 73. And QR ratio 35. Now they ask you to combine. Can you see? Yang ni PQ, yang ini QR. So they ask you to combine the PQR. So how can you combine that? Okay, very simple. If you see they gave you the question ratio like this, right? I will always tell my students PQ 73. Tulis seperti ini. That means you must write up and down. PQ 73. Now next one is what class? QR 35. So always remember PQ 73, QR is 35. You have to write up and down, up and down. Whenever you do ratio question, must do like this. After you write up and down, kamu boleh nampak dengan jelas ada Q. Di sini pun ada Q. They got 2 Q here. So what you supposed to do? You have to check whether the Q is same or not. Ini 3, sini pun Q3. So the Q is same. So there's no any working. Soalan tanya PQR. Yes or no? So P ratio Q ratio R. P nisbah Q nisbah R ataupun P kepada Q kepada R. So very simple. QQ is same. So nothing to do. P value is how much class? 7. Q value 3 is the same. R value is 5. Finish. So ini adalah jawapan. Cari nilai PQR. So whenever they give you a ratio question, keep very clear. You must write up and down. PQ 73 tulis atas bawah. QR 35 tulis atas bawah. Now QQ ada 2. So same nilai tu sama atau tidak. Check whether the value is same or not. If it's same, nothing to do. Just take it and write. 735. Finish. Kelas, soalan yang seterusnya contoh 10. Okay, contoh 10. Okay, ada satu perenggan. Okay, this is a paragraph there. Teacher read the paragraph to y'all. Di sudut bacaan kelas 1 jujur, nisbah bilangan buku cerita. You see clearly, they gave you in paragraph, but teacher take out the letter and write in a nisbah form. So, lihat ayat tu dengan betul. Dengar dengan betul. Nisbah bilangan buku cerita. Buku cerita is C. Can you see teacher put C cerita? Kepada bilangan buku rujukan. Rujukan I put R. Kepada is the double dot nisbah. So cerita kepada rujukan ialah 25. So teacher told you whenever you read the question of nisbah, tulis atas dan bawah. Atas huruf, bawah nombor. So cerita kepada rujukan 25. The next sentence in your textbook, page 87, contoh 10, the next line. Nisbah bilangan buku rujukan kepada majalah. That means R rujukan kepada majalah M ialah 32. So you see teacher put up and down. Now the question, cari nisbah bilangan. Now they ask you the nisbah buku cerita C kepada rujukan R kepada majalah M. So you see the how teacher make the working. I read the question, then I make it in a number form. Number and letter. Okay, now how to solve this? Cari nisbah buku cerita, buku rujukan, majalah. Okay, very simple. Now when you write like this already, easy for y'all. Kamu boleh nampak C, C2. Majalah M, M2. Tapi rujukan ada 2 rujukan. That means got 2 R, R. What teacher told you just now class? Check. Yang ni 5, yang ni 3. Soalan tadi Dua-dua tadi contoh 9 the Q and Q is the same 3, 3. But now when you're doing this, R and R lain. So what must you do, class? Remember that the teacher told you to mencari setara atau tidak. So you make it same. So when you make it same, yang ni 3. So sebelah sini kamu mesti darab 3, darab 3. That is the rules. If you see very clearly, rujukan 5, rujukan 3. R5, R3. You must make it same. Only these two must make same. So here 3 means times 3 times 3. Here 5 means times 5 times 5. That is the rules. Kalau sebelah sini 3, so darab 3, darab 3. Ini 5, sebelah sana darab 5, darab 5. That's how you only must make the R same. But the rule says when you make it same, both side you have to do it. So now jawapan 6, yang ni 15, 15, yang ni 10. So C 6, R rujukan 15, rujukan 15, majalah 10. So sekarang soalan tu tanya cerita kepada rujukan kepada majalah. So if you are using an English version, you follow according to that number. If there's a story, you can put S. Reference book rujukan, you can put R. Majalah magazine, you can put M. Huruf berbeza tak penting. Yang penting nombor. Do you understand, class? Now the C, after you samakan, C adalah berapa? 6. Rujukan R adalah berapa? Sudah sama kan? So 15 dan majalah adalah M 10. So 6, 15, 10. You already get the answer. So itu adalah soalan tu tanya cari nisbah. Buku cerita kepada rujukan kepada majalah. So jawapan kamu yang ini sudah dapat. Clear, class? Okay, class. Contoh yang seterusnya contoh 11. Okay, contoh 11 pun penyelesaian masalah, solving problem question. Ibu Nurin mencuba resepi membuat roti dengan mencampurkan tepung dan air. Okay, Nurin's mother use flour and water. Tepung dan air. So tepung T, air A. Can you see teacher use the letter? But look at the next sentence. Nisbah tepung kepada air ialah 5:3. Nisbah tepung kepada air 5:3. So tepung kepada double dot air 5:3. Every time practice to write up and down. So tepung kepada air 5:3. Sekiranya Ibu Nurin ada 480 gram tepung. Okay, the mother has 480 gram of tepung. You see where teacher put sebab sebelah sini semua tepung. Flour. So just now tepung air 5:3 you put ready. Now they mention tepung 480 gram. So what teacher did? This one is tepung. So below that teacher put 480 gram. Follow accordingly. Air we don't know. What is the question they ask them? Berapakah jisim air dalam gram? That means they ask berapakah jisim air dalam gram. So they ask you how much water. The gram, okay? So how will you do it? If you see a textbook, they gave kaedah unitary, kaedah pendaraban silang, got 2 type of method. But I am not going to use that. I'm going to use a simple way, comparing method. Follow this class. Okay, sangat senang. Yang ni 5, yang ni 480. Tepung kan? 5 kali berapa kamu dapat 480. 5 times what? You get 480. So very simple. You can divide. 480 divided by 5, you will get 96. That means 5 kali 96 kamu dapat 480. Cikgu kata yang ni cara perbandingan. It's a comparison method. So 5 times what? You get 480. 5 times 96 you get 480. So if this side you times 96, the other side also you must times 96. That is the rules. Sebelah sini kamu darab 96, sebelah sini pun kamu darab 96. So finally 3 kali 96, kamu dapat 288 gram. Finish. You see how easy is this method? Sangat senang. Mula-mula dia kata tepung kepada air, you put the ratio. Then they say tepung 480 gram. So you put below tepung. So 5 times what? You get 480 times 96. How you get the 96? You can divide and check in your calculator. Kamu dapat 96. So 5 times 96, 480. Here times 96, here also times 96. That is the rules. So final answer you get 288 gram. So yang ini adalah jawapan kamu. Mesti ada unit gram. Class, the next question, contoh 12. Contoh 12 pun penyelesaian masalah, solving problem question. Teacher read the paragraph. Dalam satu projek membina bangsal basikal murid di sebuah sekolah, nisbah wang yang diderma, people donate oleh pengusaha kantin. Kantin people donate. Syarikat Buku Jaya, teacher put S, donate. PIBG, teacher put P, they donate. Okay, so sekarang mereka bagi nisbah. They gave you a ratio 265. So if you see very clearly, first they say kantin K, syarikat S, PIBG P. So KSP. So after teacher put KSP, nisbah tu diberi 265. So 265. So you follow that accordingly, atas bawah. Okay, kemudian jika PIBG, the P PIBG menderma RM900, teacher put 900 down. PIBG down, RM900. So follow that column. Okay? Berapakah wang yang diderma oleh pengusaha kantin dan syarikat Buku Jaya? So how much these people donate and these people donate? Very, very easy. Apa cara cikgu ajar tadi? Perbandingan. Comparison. So here, 5, here 900. Untuk PIBG, 5, 900. Teacher follow the column. So 5 kali berapa kamu dapat 900? So how to check that? Use your calculator. 900 divide by 5. You will get 180. So 5 kali 180, kamu dapat 900. What is the rules teacher taught y'all? If here you times 180, here also must times 180, here also must times 180. That is the rules. Kalau ini kali 180, semua mesti kali 180. So now for the kantin, 180 kali 2, kamu dapat RM360. Yang kedua, untuk S. S tu syarikat buku kan? So 180 kali 6, kamu dapat RM1080. Are you all clear, class? You already get the answer. Can you see or not? So if this one you times 180, all must times 180. So when you times, you get kantin RM360, syarikat RM1080, 1080. And PIBG, they give you already RM900. So apa soalan yang mereka tanya tadi? Berapakah wang yang diderma oleh pengusaha kantin dan syarikat Buku Jaya? So you got the answer. So how will you write the answer? Pengusaha kantin 180 kali 2 RM360. Yang ini sudah ada jalan kerja. You already show up here. But you want to get your marks, you can show down again. What you can show? 180 kali 2 sama dengan RM360. You got the answer. Working answer. Answer will not come magically. Mesti ada jalan kerja. Kamu mesti tunjuk jalan kerja, baru jawapan. And RM, make sure you put no RM, I will put wrong. Unit penting. Now teacher go to the next example. Contoh 13. Contoh 13, satu garis sudah pun diberi. They gave you a measurement here. Okay, now we look at the paragraph. Seutas dawai dengan panjang 12 cm. So dawai tu panjangnya 12 cm. The full length P to S 12 cm. And then they gave you ratio nisbah PQ/QR 32. I mean PQ kepada QR 32. So up and down. You see how teacher write the ratio? Huruf nombor. PQ/QR 32. Soalan tu tanya, tentukan PQ kepada QR kepada RS. They ask the ratio for this. So, itu adalah soalan yang diminta. So, this is the question. Now, if you see very clearly class, panjang PQRS, semua panjang P sampai S, the full length is 12 cm. So, now they mention here, PQ 3, QR 2. So, how will you do it? Very easy. Look properly, This is not a difficult question. You have to think. Panjang PS 12 cm. RS telah pun diberi 2. Kalau RS diberi 2, 12 minus 10 will be how much, class? Here to here will be 10 cm. Sebab panjang sepenuhnya 12 cm. RS 2 cm. So, 12 tolak 2, baki adalah 10. So, P to R, the length is 10. Okay, now, once you get P to R is 10, lihat nisbah yang diberi, PQ, QR 32. PQ, QR 32. That means, this place is 3, this place is 2. 3, 2. Tapi jumlahnya adalah 10. So, if this 3, 2 jumlah 10, here also what you do? Plus. When you plus 3 and 2, you will get 5. 3 and 2 you plus 5. Tapi sebenarnya adalah 10 cm. So, 5 times what? That means total is 5, right? 5 times what? You get 10 times 2. So, what you do? Here you times 2. Here also times 2. Teacher show here lah. So, you will get 6. You will get 4. Sekarang kamu tambah 6, 4. Kamu dapat 10. It's the same. So, how must you do, class? If they say the total amount is 10, this also you total up, you get 5. So, 5 times what? You get 10 times 2. So, here you times 2. Here also times 2. You get 6, 4. So, panjang PQ adalah berapa, kelas? 6. Panjang QR, 2 kali 2 kamu dapat 4. Actually, this is 6 cm, 4 cm. So, now we go for the question. Soalan tu minta PQ, QR, RS. Nisbah kan? So, what you do with the nisbah? Check the diagram. PQ tadi berapa kamu dapat? 6. QR berapa kamu dapat? 4. RS tadi sudah diberi 2. 6, 4, 2. But is that your final answer, class? Is that your final answer? No. I mentioned to you all many times the before video, you must simplest form your ratio. Kalau boleh kecilkan, kecilkan. So, 6, 4, 2. How to kecilkan? Divide 2, you get 3. Divide 2, you get 2. Divide 2, you get 1. So, this will be your final answer. 3 kepada 2 kepada 1. Now, teacher go to the next example, contoh 16. Okay, soalan contoh 16. Ini berkaitan dengan peratusan. Okay, based on your percentage topic. Dalam sebuah kelas, nisbah bilangan murid perempuan, teacher put P. Kepada bilangan murid lelaki, teacher put L. So, perempuan kepada lelaki, 3-2. So, what teacher do? Up and down. Perempuan, lelaki, 3-2. Now, the question they ask, cari peratusan murid perempuan. They ask you to find the percentage for the girl students. So, how will you do it? How to find for the percentage? Mereka tanya peratusan murid perempuan. So, perempuan 3. So, what teacher do? Perempuan 3 over total how many students are there? 3 plus 2, what you get? 5. Sebab soalan minta perempuan. So, perempuan 3. But when you do a percentage question or a fraction question, selalu kalau ditanya tu atas, perempuan tu 3 atas, always the down one will be the total. So, total is how much? 5. And when they ask you peratusan, kamu mesti kali dengan 100. Always they ask you percentage must times 100. So, you can do just cutting method or you can use a calculator. 1, this one is 20. Kamu darab, kamu dapat 60. But 60 percent. Because the question they ask cari peratusan murid perempuan. So 60%. That will be your final answer. Done.